Hey guys, it's the Silverhaired Maniac. I haven't posted in like 5 years, whatever. But I'm gonna start posting like Yu-Gi-Oh and all sorts of content once I get back, probably after school and stuff like that. But right now, here's a Yu-Gi-Oh deck profile, and the deck is called
Archfiend.
And your name is?
My name's Paul. How you doing?
You have a YouTube channel, Paul?
Waiting for the end for that, but it's not made yet. It's Vagrant. Vahgrant.
All right, it's gonna be in the link in the description, whatever
Sure
he
will.
makes that. Yeah. All right. Anyway, so let's go. Let's talk about the monsters.
Sure thing. So playing Archfiends, weird deck, but it works.
Yeah. One X win at locals today. Only lost to Burning Abyss. Eee.
So, main monsters. 2 Archfiend Harris.
So why do you play 2 Archfiend even though it's like one of the best cards?
So what this card does, I'm gonna explain it first, is when it's sent to the graveyard by battle or card effect, you add another Archfiend from your deck to your hand, which is like it's a good searcher, a little slow. You play 2 because 3 is very cloggy. There's not much more to say than that. It's just very cloggy at 3. You have more than enough ways to get it out of the deck into the graveyard so you can start searching. You play 2 Cavalry. When Cavalry is summoned from the field to the graveyard, but he's destroyed. Only by card effect. You can summon another Archfiend in your grave. And he's really good for that. He has 1900, which is really nice.
Yeah. Beats over Thunder King. Well, Crash with Thunder King.
Crash with Thunder King. Tommy Williams. Holy shit.
Look at this ugly motherfucker.
God dang. Okay. 2 Archfiend Commander. So what he does is, if you control an Archfiend card, not any monster, just any card, you can summon him from your hand, then you destroy 1 Archfiend card you control, which is good because it triggers these guys when they're destroyed. And on top of that, there's some other plays with some crazy shit I can show you later. So very good. And in addition to that, when he's tribute summoned, you can target a level 6 Archfiend in your graveyard if you summon him. You don't really resolve that too much. You can make the build around that and play Stormforth and stuff like that, but it's a little slow. It involves getting that into the graveyard.
Yeah.
So it's good though. Good for the first effect. On top of that, we play 2 Archfiend Emperor, the first Lord of Horror, which is an amazing card. He has 4 effects. You can normal summon him, and he becomes 1500 attack, but he dies during the end phase. The second effect is you can banish an Archfiend card from your graveyard to pop 1 card in the field, so which is like a High Priestess, right? That's her name.
Yeah.
While he's face up, you can only special summon Fiend monsters, which isn't a huge issue because you don't go into the extra deck too often. And I think that's it, actually. Yeah, that's it. That's all his effects. Great beater. The fact that he dies during the end phase isn't too much of an issue when you normal summon him because there are ways to plus off that or get around it. Of note, the fact that he can destroy is not once a turn, it's just once a turn on him. So you can bring out multiple horrors, which is actually really easy.
Yeah.
Thanks to a bunch of
He also plays skill drain, so the fact that he can normal summon and add skill drain.
We'll get to the douchiest card, yeah. We'll get to the douche cards. We'll play on to non-Archfiends. I play 1 Tour Guide.
Obviously, Tour Guide into Arching, Leviathan, search your cards.
Actually, there's better targets than that. Tour Guide, he gets Harris. In addition to that, if you go into Zen Mains and Fortune Tune, these 2 in particular, if they would be destroyed, you detach a material instead, and that actually triggers Harris.
Oh, yeah.
So, let's say if you're in a tough spot, you can normal Harris, grab a Harris from deck,
And then Crash with Zen Mains or
Crash with Zen Mains, or sit in the Fortune Tune.
Yeah.
Because if they detach with these 2, then you get this search.
But the first turn play would be like Leviathan though, like because you can search it. You can search whatever you need. Like let's say.
If you detach with Leviathan, you don't get effects, is the thing.
Oh, because it's a win.
Exactly. It's a part of the effect, not a cost.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's how it works.
All right.
So that's a pretty good play.
Sorry, this one.
Same as that 1. Check it out, sure. Then for these are pretty much the searchers of the deck. 3 math, 1 Armageddon Knight. Math is great. You do play Supply Squad, which I'll get to in a bit. But math is great because you dump a card, which is going to be Harris 99% of the time. Immediately get a search, and then if he dies, you get another plus, which is great.
So it's pretty much you summon 1, you get a +2 essentially.
Yep, for the most part.
Yeah, destroy my card back.
An Armageddon Knight is just another math, basically. As now for the spells, play 3 Supply Squad. This deck pluses insanely off destruction. If you open Supply Squad plus math, let's say, it's pretty much guaranteed game. You just draw insane amounts of back row monsters, and you'll just be able to overwhelm your opponent. So 3 math is great. 3 Supply Squad, excuse me. Play 2 Palabrins. This is a weird card.
Yeah, explain this card to me because
Yeah,
I was playing.
a lot of effects. Too many effects. All Fiend type monsters you control gain 500, which is pretty good. Matters a lot. It turns, let's say, 19 beaters into 24s, 3000s into 35s, which is great. So the second effect is you can target one Archfiend card you control, banish it. I mean, and you have another Fiend. You target the Archfiend, banish the Fiend, and then you summon another Archfiend with the same level. So, for example, let's say we had Commander, and let's say Harris. So what you could do is you can target Commander with this effect, banish the Harris, and then from your deck you summon another level 6 hand, deck, or graveyard. You summon another level 6.
Okay, all right. So that's pretty.
Which is this, which breaks in a lot of rank 6 plays. If you're going to use him, you can special summon another one of him if you really wanted to. The best part about this play is that you can actually do this with Horror. So, say another Fiend and a Horror, and this. You can pop something with Horror, make sure you have this. You can banish this, summon another Horror, pop with this, and then get an insane amount of damage. Ridiculous.
And now, are there any level 8, like not level 8, rank 8 Fiends that you can play with?
There are not. You wouldn't really play any rank 8 to begin with because his effect means you can't special summon. You can only special summon Fiends, and you don't really want to waste them anyways by overlaying. So it's whatever. So back to the spells. 2 Duality. You don't special summon too much on your opening hand, so it's great. You don't special summon too much in general. When you do, you usually don't have the Duality, or you've used it by then. So it's definitely playable with 3 or 1, but I recommend at least 1.
And first turn, map petition plus Duality and supply squad. That's pretty strong, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty insanely strong.
Insane.
Yeah.
2 space. This would be Galaxy Cyclone if they weren't freaking 45s. That's better because these play a little slowly and you're able to use that to your advantage. So it's space though. I mean, you can't go wrong. 2 Dark Hole. One of them would be Regeki if I was not using that in another deck. You don't really care about destruction too much, and you have supply squad, so I mean, what's there to lose? 1 Foolish. This will send your Harris to the graveyard, which searches anything, so pretty good. 1 Soul Charge. A little weird playing this at first, but then I tried to tech it in, and it worked out great. Bringing back multiple horrors and destroying a ton of stuff with them, great. Plus, you can overlay the Harrises you send to the graveyard into powerful rank 3s, which is great. And 1 Allure, because you're running a target deck, so you might as well. Traps, and then the extra deck. Sure thing. Yeah, excuse my trashiness. 3 Fiendish, effect negation, great. I would play more than 3 if it was at 4. Stops attacks too. I mean, you don't really care too much about that, but it's very important because you want to make sure your Archfiend's being destroyed by your own card effects and not by your opponent.
Yeah.
2 Call the Haunted. Brings back stuff like Horror, which then you can, it's a 3,000 beater, which you can immediately pop something with, which is amazing. You play 2 Archfiend's Roar. What this card does is you pay 500, target an Archfiend in your graveyard, you summon it, but it dies during the end phase. It's destroyed, which is good because it triggers destruction for Harris, Cavalry, stuff like that, Supply Squad. The destruction isn't too big of a downside. You can Mathematician, send Harris, and grab the Archfiend's Roar, which is a great first turn play. And just for your staples, you play Bottomless, self-explanatory, Vanity, self-explanatory, Solemn, self-explanatory, Torrential, pretty great in this deck, I gotta say. Fiend Grieving, pretty interesting. I've never actually resolved it successfully, that's because I never really draw into it. You can send a Harris plus off it, so it's pretty solid if I were able to resolve it. And Skill Drain because, for the most part, your only face-up effect is going to be Horror. And even at that, turn you normal summon him, you can split the Skill Drain and it'll turn to 3k. Of
awesome.
note,
yeah,
sure.
You can talk, yeah.
Okay.
Of
note, stuff like Cavalry and... Let me pull them out here. Cut this part out, I guess. Cavalry, when he summons a monster by his effect when he's popped, it can't attack. That's not negated by Skill Drain. It can't attack. The same thing goes for Commander, and when Horror is normal summon, the end phase he still dies, which is kind of important, even though he gets his attack.
Well, they all gain 500 because of the field spell right here. I can't pronounce that. Yeah,
Palabrant, Pally-D. And just for your extra deck, you play Zen Mains, Fortune Tunes, really 2 only required ones. There's some other rank 3s you can go into. Again, you can go nuts with these. There's some rank 6s you can go into with Horror. Rank 6s are really nice. These are really 2 only decent ones. Acid Golem gets a mention because you're playing Skill Drain, so does Crazy Box. Downer is important. That pretty much concludes the deck profile.
Sorry if it was so kind of messy, but you know, the first video in a long time. I'm gonna start doing a lot more Yu-Gi-Oh! Probably like a weekly thing or something like that. this is this was Archfiend's pretty much, and you know, this was Paul.
Holy B.
Yeah. So this is Silverhaired Maniac, and be signing out.